episode of the Discourse Duo podcast. Today we have another fun one for y'all. The thread we found for this one is, what is the most creative insult you've ever heard?
Let's hear it.
So,
let's hear them.
Some of these are pretty funny. Some of these I've heard before, but not all of them. The first one is, it could be that the purpose of your life is to serve as a warning to others.
Wow, that's good.
That's poetic.
It is.
Like that,
because
that's one of the reasons why I like that one.
That person has to think about that.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of insults are best served when it sounds like it's a compliment.
Right.
But then when you actually think of the definition of the words, you realize that you have been so badly insulted.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the best, like, smiling in your face, walking away, and then you eventually figure it out on the drive home.
And it hits.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my God, what a bitch. Yeah.
I think they meant that in a condescending way.
Oh my gosh. All right, so this one has a little story attached. I was golfing and stopped to pee on a tree. Didn't realize I was facing the direction of an oncoming cart path, and this guy yells out while driving by, "Hey, look, it looks like a penis, but smaller."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just funny. That's a classic.
I've used that one before.
I feel like I was the recipient of that before.
I think so.
Pretty sure. Yeah. 100% you've made a small penis joke to me.
Hey, look, a dick, but smaller.
Yeah. See, I think that's what it is. You didn't say a penis.
No, not my style.
No. Hey, look, it's a cock, but like a small one, like a cockette. You're going to be like one of those.
It's the dick of a baby. Not a full-size man. It's a wee little dick.
Oh, he's a wee little lad. All right. About 10 years ago, a guy drove past me and yelled out the window, "Your mustache doesn't suit you." I'm still not over it.
Did he shave the mustache? Or she? I don't know.
Okay, see, that's the funny part. I didn't automatically go there, but right underneath that immediately was like 300 other replies, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the first ones was, "I just hope that you're not a female."
Right. That's where my mind went, because it would not suit.
It wouldn't suit you.
Well,
but there again, if you were walking around with a big porn stash, like, remember the Love Guru?
Yeah.
And remember Justin Timberlake's The Man, the Myth, the Legend?
Yes.
Yeah, that if you had one of those kind of stashes, I would understand.
Those are epic stashes, though.
But not everyone can suit that style.
Yeah.
In the movie, he could. All the guys in like the Anchorman movies, they can, because they had the appropriate hairstyles and clothes.
Right,
but
the burgundy stash, yeah.
If you were just walking around in like some loafers, I don't think that would work out really well.
Yeah. You never know. I think you got to know the person's personality to assess if they should have a mustache or not. I think that plays into it.
Also, the closeness to the nearest school and or playground.
Correct.
Yeah. Next one. My wife says that I have the fashion sense of a colorblind pimp.
Okay. So she's a whore. That's where I
like how that's what you got
I'm
out
just
of it.
saying. You know?
That's really funny. Same guy said he'd heard this one from work. Having Bob on your team is like having two good workers quit.
Oh, man.
And that one, so far, I think is the biggest, like, oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, cheeky little bastard, aren't you?
Cheeky.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. A former coworker was getting some shit from one of our customers. After the customer said something particular bad, my coworker looked at him square in the face and said, "Comments like that is probably why you're missing teeth."
Oh, that's good. Or genetics. You never know. It could be both.
Dude, that is such a good insult.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, man. Like, teeth, like, issues, that you think about it.
On so many levels, that's an insult, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because it's
such a great insult because you know the person's probably self-conscious about it somewhere deep down. Not only are you saying, hey, you're so dumb that you get punched a lot for being as dumb as you are.
Right.
But then also you kind of get the inbred, like, hillbilly type insult as well.
Well, it's intelligence and physical appearance.
It's everything all together.
All together.
In one tidy little bow. I thought that was just funny.
Tied up.
This one, it's a it's a kind of a famous insult. It's a Mark Twain quote. I did not attend his funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it.
Yes.
And
classy.
Once again, I felt like that fit the I'm insulting you, but I'm also trying to be nice about it, like vibe.
Sure.
And so I wanted to keep that one in. That one to me was funny. First time I went to dinner at my boyfriend's parents' house, he warned me his brother has the modesty and humility of a newly moneyed rapper. He might try to suck his own cock during dinner.
Wow, that's good. That part, something else.
The whole thing was in quotations, so he said both of those sentences. But the first sentence, I think, was... The second sentence is just funny, but the first one is just clever.
It's good. I think of any current person that goes by the name Lil or Young in front. The new emerging.
Yeah.
Or what are those guys? Those two idiot island boys.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's who I think of. That's the picture painted
perfect.
in my mind.
No, that's a perfect representation of that. There was a dude who went to a prep cook. I'm sorry. I apologize. There was a dude who went to be a prep cook in the restaurant I work at. Him and the waitress got into an argument, and he says, "Your dildo must turn flaccid when you use it."
I like it.
He was fired the next day, and me and the cook were yelled at by our boss for laughing.
What?
I understand that. Come on.
Yelled at for laughing?
Yeah.
Depends on if you pointed and laughed.
In this day and age in society, the fact that they weren't also fired, they got off light.
I guess.
You know that. But there again, it is a kitchen. I feel like kitchens shouldn't have the same HR constraints as other places. It's a high intensity place. Your mom had to think about other babies while breastfeeding you.
Ooh, you ugly baby. You are ugly baby. Nope. Not even a mother.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
That is so good.
I like it though. Good.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There's a couple of really bad ones that were right in the middle I want to skip over. They were just really, really bad. They're not even funny. Okay. There was one more good one that I really wanted to get. This one's just funny. Does your asshole ever get jealous of the shit that comes out of your mouth?
Yeah,
we've all heard that. Yeah. It's still good. This is the one I liked. If she was a spice, she'd be flour.
Bland.
Just basic as it comes, bro.
Nothing.
Wisdom has been chasing you, but you've always been just a little bit faster.
They're quick. They're quick, not witted, but quick.
You think in low power mode.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
These are rapid fire, by the way. Sorry.
They're good.
I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you.
I've heard that before, and that's a favorite.
You've heard of that? I have never heard of that.
Yeah, that's a
really
favorite. Yeah.
This is another one that's apparently quoted by somebody. I would agree with you. However, then we would both be wrong.
That's a good one too.
And it's Christopher Hitchens. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
And then, all right, this is the last one. It's a little bit longer. I didn't proofread this one. I'm not going to lie. Have you ever considered the benefits of a frontal lobotomy? Now, the reason why this one's
take
kind
the
of
lobe.
funny,
Just take it.
that was overheard being said in a casual conversational manner by one man to another who was ranting about something.
They were doctors.
And then last but not least, I envy the people who haven't met you.
Easy, simple, but effective.
And you know what?
Straight
to the point.
To the point. It's you. You're the problem. It's just you. It's just you.
You almost made me start singing Taylor Swift songs, lyrics. Okay. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Great.
But yeah, so that was my list. I will say that this is definitely a topic that we can circle back to in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think those were like the top 20 or so responses of over 13,000. So I have a few more. That's what I'm trying to say.
There's a lot.
Yep. What you got for us?
So I got a little funny thing too, a little fun.
Mm-hmm.
So these are people that are spilling the secrets they learned about their partner after marriage.
After
Marriage. They get married and then they learn stuff about their partner. This first one's a little long, but it's...
Do you remember that one Family Guy episode where it's making fun of like the like Jerry Springer type style show where it's like, I'm not actually a woman, I'm a man. And they unzip and it's like, I'm not actually a woman,
and it just keep
I'm
unzipping.
a broom.
Right. Yeah.
That's all I think about when I think of like after they were married.
Yeah,
that's funny. All right, go ahead.
This is a little longer, as I said.
Okay, fair.
Bear with me here. After being married for 6 years, I learned that he had been sleeping with his sister.
Okay, we're going to pause right there.
That's the first problem. Well, hold on.
Okay.
She
no, hold on. I needed a minute to digest that before we went on to the next thing, or else I wouldn't be able to focus. Okay, go ahead.
When I began dating my now ex-husband, he told me that he had a non-biological sister, the story he shared with everybody, that they were neighbors at a very young age and thought, and through the years became super close. So the truth was this. Once they both hit puberty, they both decided to fool around with each other in high school. They began to get sexual. After high school, things got sexual. That stopped. And then when I came into the picture, we all hang out to drink, party, and have reunions and vacations like a family. After married, I noticed that he would go visit her often. She lived 3 hours away. I didn't think much of it because he was visiting his sister. So he just let this thing happen.
Wow.
The long game.
Does that mean that technically she wasn't actually his sister? Is that what we're coming up to? Like, it's his sister, but it's not his sister, right? It's his neighbor. Because that there is a difference in level of how bad that is.
I think so. I think they were just like neighbors, but they were like close.
No, I get it.
The fact that he would sell her as sister and then still want to do that's something else. So, but yeah. Anyway, how about this one?
Damn, that was a doozy for number one. Oh man. Okay, cool. What do you got?
After 5 years of marriage, I found out that my husband's family had tried to take out a hit on his ex-wife years earlier. They ended up not going through with it, but I ran like hell and never looked back.
Okay,
but we like you. We like you.
Here's the thing.
No. We did that to her.
I just want to let you know what my mind just went through, like the process. Was that you said after 5 years of marriage, and I immediately went, after 5 grueling years on a hellish island. And so that's what was playing in my head, like the stupid normal like arrow joke. And then I heard the hit was put out and my brain went, what? Pay attention. Holy crap.
Yep.
That's...
And she's the one that got away. So how about this one? We were planning on getting married, but before setting a date, I found that I was pregnant. Unfortunately, I miscarried, which was devastating and confusing as it was my first ever pregnancy. Sad. When expressing her condolences, his mother said it may have been a sign that he wasn't ready for another child. What? Another? He has a child or children with where, what, when, what the F? She had no clue.
See, I thought the mother was going to go a different route. I thought she was going to say, well, maybe this was a sign from God that you shouldn't have been having premarital sex.
Oh, yeah.
See, I thought that's the way that the mom was going to go. That's sad. I that's funny, but it's sad.
Oh, yeah.
I feel bad for the woman there more than I think anyone else so far.
Oh, yeah. This one is, my husband burned down his house for insurance money when he was married previously. No one ever found out. Well,
false.
She did. Now the internet.
We now found out.
Now everybody
All
knows.
two of you guys have now heard. That's crazy.
Yep.
How come we don't have any like get rich quick schemes like that?
I don't know.
How much is this house insured for?
Yeah.
I mean,
No. Gotta go somewhere.
aren't you guys leaving tomorrow?
No, I am.
Oh, it's on a family leaving.
No.
I was gonna say I will house sit, and
No.
while I'm taking the dogs, cats, and rats out for a walk, something happens.
Nope. Can't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I tried.
I'm not a fraudulent type person. Yeah.
We will
All
be
right.
submitting this video as evidence.
This one is that my husband had lied to the IRS and owed more than $50,000 to the government on taxes. And he married me to get my paycheck.
She was married to Wesley Snipes,
Oh, that's messed up.
but you know that was funny.
Racist.
Okay, hold up. Hold up. You just connected A to like alpha. Like that doesn't even like.
That's how racists think. So,
I wouldn't know.
well, I don't know. You are one.
I love these chairs. They're so comfy. I really like these chairs. Chris got us new chairs.
Any chairs?
They're really comfy.
Comfy chairs.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
They were donated.
We will take all donations.
Yes, we
please
will.
reach out and let us know.
Absolutely. Shameless plugs.
We have no souls.
All right, let's see. Let's do. Nope, that one's about money again. I don't care about that one. It's cool. Okay. He was addicted to dating apps and never stopped using them throughout our entire dating phase, relationship, and our marriage.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's, I don't know, man. I feel like that's kind of weird, but I feel like that's probably more of a common issue nowadays.
Probably. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
It's so easy,
Here's
right?
my other thought process, though, right? And this is a true question, right? What is worse? Scrolling through like Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
And looking at like Instagram models and things of that nature, not commenting, not liking, and then not commenting, but liking, right?
Mm-mm.
Or looking through like a dating app and swiping, but then not ever doing anything past that.
They're both the same.
They're both the same, right?
Yeah.
It's just that one's looked at, I think, a little bit more, oh my God, he's cheating. Or
Instagram is like
whatever.
a publicly accepted thing, and if you're in a dating app, you're there for a reason. There's an intent.
That's fair, because that's not,
like
could be the same intent
Sure.
that somebody's on Instagram. It's not the only thing that Instagram
For
is
Instagram. He's on a side mission. He's on a side quest, right?
Gotcha.
So he's not doing the main storyline, right? He's on a side quest. It's basically, sorry.
If you collect 4 whores and bring them back to me here, you will have ejaculation.
You unlock her chest. So. Bling.
Oh,
How about this
funny.
one? 2 years into our marriage, I discovered that my now ex-husband had been a member of the KKK during high school before he joined the military. Yeah. That one's bad.
That
one's bad.
bad.
Oh, I got this one for you. How about this one? Ready?
I'm recovering from the last one, but yeah, go ahead.
A little under a year of marriage, I found out my spouse, at the time, obsessively dreamed about vacationing at a swingers resort.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you know.
That's funny.
He sent me links to websites and paragraphs about how going to places like this would be good for us. I'm not opposed to participating in those lifestyles. People participating in those lifestyles. I'm not even opposed to nudity, but swinging and public sex are not my thing. We ended up going 2-week vacation to Mexico, and while nothing ever was inappropriate or forceful, I hated how the whole time we were there, he quickly, I guess he was trying to get her interested into it. I quickly realized that we were into very different things. What you told us before we got married could have saved us both an expensive divorce.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Isn't it fun trying to edit what their horrible grammar?
Yeah,
and
no,
typing
it was
is?
terrible.
Now you understand
I know.
why I constantly do that.
It was like run-on sentence galore.
It's nonstop, dude. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like the best typist, speller, whatever the freaking words you want to put into those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I at least proofread before I post it on the internet.
Well, this person's politically correct. So using proper terminology in this next one. He liked sex workers and would sleep with them in our house. I found out after seeing a video of it on my son's iPad. Couple different levels there, but like, why is it on the son's iPad?
It's in the cloud.
It's in the cloud. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably one of those like home systems or whatever. So
hopefully that's how it was recorded. But yeah, give me one more of those.
I'll give you one more. Let me see here. That one's basic. Oh, this one I read before.
I love how you're
judging.
Like, judged, stupid.
This one's good. This one goes up a couple levels as you read it. Finally, he was addicted to masturbating. He was doing it excessively, 5 to 6 times a day, and our sex life was going downhill. We went to a couples therapy after I found porn on his laptop, and that's where I found out he's addicted to touching himself. He also gave me gonorrhea while he knew he had it. Thankfully, the therapist advised me to make a decision regarding all of this, and we divorced this past September. There's a lot of things there.
Can we unwrap some of that?
Yeah.
Really quick before we move on. Okay.
Yeah.
Great one for the final one, by the way. Perfect.
You're welcome.
Okay. So he's addicted to masturbation. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have an issue with that. That's cool.
Sure.
It's fine. Everybody has their own like vices, whatever. 5 times a day?
Ow. Ouch.
The first thing that went to my mind was chafing?
Ouch.
Ow.
What lotion does he use?
What
type of what is he doing?
The trillions of babies that have just been thrown into napkins. Oh my God.
His Kleenex kids are just
and then here's the thing.
Everywhere.
She doesn't say that they're not having any sex life.
It's going downhill.
In fact, they have to still be having sex for her to have gotten gonorrhea.
Correct.
Which means that, let's look at 2 or 3 things here.
Mm-hmm.
1, he's masturbating 5 times a day.
Right.
Plus having sex, let's say at least once a day.
With just her. Because how did he get the gonorrhea?
Right. So that means there is a possibility that this man, in a 24-hour period, has ejaculated upwards of 7 times.
He's very dry. He's a dry man. He's a very dry man.
It's like,
he must hydrate often. I can't.
Like, what the fuck? I don't even care about the cheating. I'm just like, how?
Oh, yeah.
And then the therapist, once again, the only sane person here who's just like, okay, with all this coming to light, maybe we should really think if this is where we want to be.
The part that bothered me the most, thankfully, the therapist advised me
she
to make a decision
able
regarding
to
this.
do this on her own.
Oh, thank God, the therapist, because I was going to continue this.
Okay,
this is going to be something I'm in for the long
I'm gonna go
haul.
off script here just a little bit, okay? Because you just hit a freaking chord of mine that really rings annoyed. I think that mental health is extremely important. I really do.
Sure.
And I think that proper therapy is a wonderful thing, whether if you feel like you have a problem or if you are just trying to make sure that you're good and not going into a problem, right?
You got that out of the way.
Right. There are so many things that I think that therapists get credit for that
you don't need a degree.
You don't need a degree for it. You just need a friend.
You just need a friend. You just need someone to give you good advice. A good friend.
You need to watch a movie or 2.
Anything. Read a book.
Because here's the problem. I'm sorry. If you needed somebody else to tell you, hey, he's cheating on you and he doesn't find you sexually attractive enough to want to spend more than one of his daily 7 ejaculations on you.
Well, on her.
Well, you never know. Maybe this isn't working. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that's just that one part of the relationship. You're going to tell me that every other part of the relationship was fucking perfect? Let's be real.
No way. Some people just need to hear what they already know from a person that they consider of authority.
And I understand that,
You know?
but I think that's stupid.
Well, yeah, me too.
And I'm saying that with authority.
Sure. Some people just want that, though. Now you help someone. I'm just saying.
I hope so. I honestly do. Because here's my biggest thing. I understand there's a lot of people where it's like, I want to do X thing, but until I get the okay from somebody who's an expert in that field of X thing, I don't feel comfortable. I understand that to a certain extent in certain situations, right? It's like, I've never done a jump on skis before. I want to talk to somebody who does before I find out if jumping 10 feet the first time is a bad idea.
Sure. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
But when it's relationships, there is no expert.
No.
Because if you're going to say that, oh, this person's been with tons of people, that just means that they have a lot of experience of different crazinesses, or they're crazy. That doesn't mean they're an expert. Or you can have someone who married their high school sweetheart who they've only ever dated.
Right.
They only know one person's point of view. Like there is no such thing as a situational expert in so many things that are the common issues that people have that cause them mental health problems.
Correct. The problem is they don't know how to navigate through those red flags. And that's what someone could do, is probably help them navigate through some of those red flags. The problem is,
I'll give you that.
Some of those are just so basic where you're like, natural selection should have taken care of this. But now we can pay someone to tell you how to do it.
Oh,
it's like, choose your own adventure.
Darwinism really needs to come back into style.
It does. Because this guy would have died of gonorrhea. And so would she, apparently, because she's staying with him. So, but thank God that therapist.
Yeah. No, thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to move on now.
Moving on.
Sorry, I had to jump on that soapbox really quick because it just bothers me.
You know what?
All right. So I apologize. I'm having to enlarge it, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's annoying. I have to hold the thing. Anywho, will I be the asshole? So it's one of those, I haven't done the situation yet, but will I be the bad person?
Okay.
Am I being too harsh on my wife?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'm a 24 male. She's a 35 female. And she's a stay-at-home mother for our 1.5-year-old while I work. I work 50 hours a week in the sun all day long, usually gone away from the home from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Wow. It's a hard worker.
Sounds like someone who does like a lot of work with their hands.
Sure. Yeah. Not as much as the other guy, but
they could probably exchange tips to help them both out. Now, my wife being a stay-at-home mom, I feel during the day she should do the small things around the apartment, 960 square feet, as it's expected of me to pay all the bills. I've recently felt like there hasn't been much effort in either watching our son or pertaining to the house. I came home from the work a few days ago and found a Ninja blender blade on the ground, which means my son was playing with it. Meanwhile, she's glued to her phone on the couch, and when I mention it to her, she glances up and just says, "Oh, I didn't see it," and back to her phone. The laundry basket is still full, and wet clothes in the dryer that's not on. When I bring it up, she instantly becomes defensive and angry and tells me, "Oh, do I not do enough for you?" She wants me on the weekends to clean the house so she won't have to during the week. These are the words she said out of her mouth. Am I the asshole for feeling frustrated she doesn't use her time wisely throughout the day and just sits on her phone consistently?
Yes. She's wrong. You are not the asshole. Bam. Switch that up. Yeah.
So I actually really like this one because it sounds like the title alone, you're like, oh, we're going to get some misogynistic bullshit.
Well, here's the deal.
I don't think this dude's wrong.
He's making points throughout this where he's like thought about it in layers, you know? I don't think he's wrong in this. Now, how many kids? They didn't. Just one.
Yeah. It's one child that's a 1 year old, which is a 1.5-year-old boy.
She got to do more, because if that's her full-time job, she should be doing
Here's my thing with
something.
The biggest issue obviously is the safety concern, right?
Well, yeah.
Let's okay, you have to throw some clothes out because they got moldy. Sure. We live in Florida. That's what happens if you don't dry your clothes right away.
Sure.
But, we have to rush our son to the hospital because he lost a finger off of
or swallowed a
knife.
Swallowed it. Right.
Basically. And then, that's a bigger issue. I guess the thing that really, because it's a touchy subject, because I get it. We don't see what's happening the entire day. What if at 5:30 p.m., she sat down and started playing on her phone after doing a whole bunch of stuff all day long, right?
Nope.
But the thing of it is that if nothing is really being done, and then also on the weekends, she's wanting him to clean the house, saying, I want you to clean it so that then I don't have to clean it throughout the week. Yeah.
Dude, there's just no way anyone can hear this and think that he is wrong in this scenario. Like, I'm sorry, but not the case. He's like just asking her to do bare minimum, it seems. I guess that's the problem, right?
Right.
And the proof is in the results. So if he comes home and there's a bunch of things that are out of place or not right or whatever it is, then maybe ask, hey, how was your day?
Right.
What'd you end up doing today?
And I'll say this too, based upon the example he provided, right?
Because we're only hearing
from a few sentences here. The thing of when he did mention the whole, I'm really stuck on the blade thing. I'm sorry, but when he did mention it, the response was, and in fairness, it could have supposed to have been read like, "Oh, I didn't see that," like, "Oh crap," but then she went right back to her phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's. If anything, if I was her and I was in that situation, right, and I was supposed to have watched the kid. And then all of a sudden, whoever comes in and I'm messing around on my phone. I'm just like, hey, how's it going? How was work? All right, cool. And then like that happens. I'd be like, are you, oh, crap. That phone is now down.
Right.
Because now we're no longer on, okay, I'm just chilling mode. Now it's okay, well, now I need to make sure everything else is straight, because if I missed that, what else did I miss?
No, it's how about I'm going to go pick up my kid and look at his hands just to make sure that he's okay. Or, like, why don't you have some concern, Yeah. A blood trail around the house.
Blood trail.
I don't know. And if so, get your mop out and do something.
Oh, man.
Here's the problem. If the long day of work that he had, if his boss would see that things aren't done when the boss goes and checks up, on his progress, he would be fired, right? Now, in this scenario, he's obviously her boss because he's the man of the house.
Oh, God, here we go.
So he comes home and sees the job's not done. It's going to reflect poorly on her performance review. She's out, she's done.
His family might put a hit out on her.
It could happen. But one thing we don't know, the factor here is this kid a little terror who, no matter what, she's got to watch him. Clearly he's playing with blades of blenders and stuff.
And shit.
Like he's probably counter surfing. He's probably all over. Then she shouldn't be on her phone.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt here.
I'm trying, dude, trust me, I'm trying to do this.
All right.
I was 2 feet. I was like probably a little bit more than 2 feet tall by a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right? There's no way in hell I could have gotten onto a counter by myself.
Right.
And I'm a frickin' freak as far as like height wise.
Right. She dropped it and then left it there. Right.
Or it was in dishwasher. But
Kid
there
pulled it
again,
out.
how did that? The dishwashers are noisy just in general. Like being opened, you can hear it in the next room. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. My vote is for him. He's right.
Oh, no, I agree. I don't think he's the asshole with this, but I do think that how he's going to approach it could come across as assholey. I don't think how he has so far and how he saying he wants to is going to come across that way.
Right. He's asking the internet for help.
No, what he's asking the internet for is validation.
Yeah, like most people, they need validation.
No, I think he's using it so he can be like, when he approaches the subject and she immediately attacks
people
him,
say that
he's going to be like, well, these 15,000 people who read this have unanimously agreed that Child Protective Services should be watching the child instead of you.
And she's going to say, yeah, did you tell them about your small dick?
Pepe?
There's going to be a petty response to something.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, though, because a lot of times, like I said, a lot of times, especially on the internet, when it's something that is titled like this, it usually is, like I said, like, wow, she gave you scrambled eggs instead of over easy, and now you want to divorce her.
Ridiculous.
Usually it's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
That's why I like this one, because it was like, no, the dude's actually fucking right on this one.
The eggs are always runny. And I told her three times.
I don't understand. That's why you have to get up an hour before me every day.
Right.
Like,
it's like, now I have to get out of bed where she brought me the eggs and cook them again.
Now I just have to throw those to the dogs. I mean, my children. Yeah. So
that's funny.
What else you got, my man?
All right. So I'm going to list out some things here.
Okay.
And then afterwards, we can riff on if there's any more.
Oh, okay, okay. We did this the other day. That was fun. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I like this.
So
What's
these
our
are
topic?
all the things that we didn't want when we were kids, now we look forward to as adults. Okay? Let me list them out.
Okay, give me a couple
don't
examples
stop me
first.
Here. Let me let him get through it, right?
Okay.
Going to bed or naps. Right?
Am I allowed to give my comments after you said a particular one?
Sure.
I fucking love sleeping.
As kids, you're like, no, I want to stay. You want to stay up. You want to, yeah.
But I also am really bad. I also stay up way more than I should.
Yeah. Receiving clothes as a gift.
Love it.
Not fun when you're young.
Love it now.
But now.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't have to buy a shirt. I got a shirt. Oh, so-and-so got me that shirt.
Give me a shirt. Give me a pair
Someone
of shorts.
did buy me a shirt. Yeah.
When I used to wear shoes, my favorite gift was socks. You know I love socks. I have hundreds of pairs of like different like designs and crazy things socks. I think they're fun.
Yeah. Timeouts. Quiet time alone. Just leave me alone. Just put me in the corner.
Go to your room.
I'm good. Go to my room. I'm good.
Give me my iPad.
I'm all right. I'm cool.
And then sometimes it turns into nap time.
Spankings.
Wow.
I mean, people like that now. Some people, you don't like it as a kid, but there is a list of people who like it as adults. So
we're gonna move past that one, but
it's a thing.
Yeah.
Alcohol. It's gross when you're a kid. You don't like the taste of it. Ew, that's for adults. What? You liked alcohol as a kid? Well, but that makes sense. Now it makes sense. Yeah. At least now I understand.
Yeah. It's the only one I disagree with so far.
That's not true, because you don't like alcohol as an adult. You don't like real alcohol.
Oh, I don't like liquor. There's a difference.
Yeah, all right,
schmuck. I don't like
this. You like the sweet stuff.
Yeah, I like the shit that gets you fucked up.
Sugar.
And tastes good.
Yeah, rum punch.
Sorry.
Being touched sexually while sleeping.
Wow, these are getting real dark, bro.
As a kid, not so much. As an adult, wake me up to that. Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, we took like such a left turn. Like we're on two wheels right now, bro. Throw the weight back.
Last one. Parents dying. Not fun when you're a kid.
Holy fuck.
When you're adult.
And we just started rolling.
When will
We're going off a cliff.
Happen? When you're adult.
Holy shit. You're going to get a phone call.
They'd have to listen for that.
No, from my mom.
Oh, that's true.
She's going to yell at you for this.
Well, only if you think that's true.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, my gosh.
Any others you can think of?
Oh. I've had a couple to the last two you just brought up, and then it fucking threw me off.
I put them in that order for a reason.
Oh, obviously. I mean, that was a good grand finale.
Yeah.
Naps. I mean, I know you said sleeping, but just naps in general.
Yeah.
As a kid, no kid like that terrible 2 time frame when like they really need it. No one wants to take it. But now I'm like, can I have all those naps that I didn't take back? Like I just want to put them as like a little like line marks that I can mark off as I go along. Like I get 3 free naps this week. Yes.
Right.
I can go into a hyperbolic time chamber and take a nap and come out and haven't lost any time in my day.
Mm-hmm. I just thought of another one. Being called on for stuff. Like a kid's like, oh, me. The kids are like usually excited about that.
Right.
As an adult, you good. You can go do that. For me, I'm like, nah.
See,
I don't need to.
I was the opposite.
Raise my hand.
As a kid, I didn't really want to get called on because I found it like annoying. But as an adult, I'm usually like, yeah, let me do it because that way I can get the correct answer out faster. We can just move along and leave.
As a kid, you were just, don't call on me. I have my beer. Don't worry about it.
I got my O'Doul's over here.
O'Doul's. Just leave me alone.
I just drink beer for the taste of it.
Just let me drink.
Jesus. You're so stupid. Vegetables.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I would say that's a good one. I mean, I used to not like broccoli. Mm-hmm. Broccoli is one of my favorite things now.
Yeah, salads or something like that.
Spinach.
Kids don't want that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
I'm hungry. That's why that came up. So.
Okay. You have 2 subs.
Oh no, I'm gonna eat those later.
Yeah.
The watermelon earlier was really good though.
There you go.
It was just ripe enough.
Wow.
Trying to think.
Yeah.
Play dates.
As
a kid, you like them. Now it's like I don't want to fucking touch those.
Well, this is things that you didn't want when you were a kid, and now you look forward to as an adult.
I'm sorry.
I think, and I thought about reversing this question for another time up.
Yeah,
because I think
I would
that's
throw that
good,
on that one because that's. Don't get me wrong. I'm very lucky that currently the kids, friends, parents are legit cool.
Yeah.
But there were other years.
Yeah.
Where that was not always the case.
I avoid it.
The worst is when you're at a birthday party and you know none of the parents. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, whoop, first day of school for me, I guess. All right.
Right.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Luckily, I'm good at that. But I still don't like it.
Right. You see, my deal is, I work like 60 hours a week.
Shut the fuck up.
And,
I don't want to hear it. No.
She does all the play dates.
Stop.
So,
Stop. Jesus. I don't want to hear your bullshit, bull. You got any other ones? I like the topic. I just can't think of anything else.
No, I mean, I listed some of the ones I thought about that I thought were...
I'm also weird. So, like, a lot of people would be like, oh, coffee. But I loved coffee since I was 3.
Funny thing is, I tried to put things on this list that you would agree with, knowing that there'd be a few that you didn't. Because I know that maybe you're a little unorthodox in your childhood experience compared to
the rest of the planet.
The rest of the planet.
Yeah.
The world.
All of them.
Yeah. The worlds.
Yeah. No, I'm in agreement with you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was an adult since I was like 4.5, 5, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. So it's a little different thought process.
Yeah. That's funny though.
Oh, that's good. You think of anything else, or you want to jump over to trivia?
Buddy. Trivia.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Cool. All right, I got some for you.
I have to pick another one because that one's a draw thing.
Oh, actually, can you put another one right here for me? Because I forgot to grab an extra one for the for you guys at home. All right, so the first one I have for you, and this one should be pretty simplistic. Which move was not something you could do on an original Bop It toy? A, pull it.
You can pull it.
B, twist it.
You can twist it.
C, bop it.
I hope you can bop it.
Or D, push it.
Push it. It's push it.
Push it real good.
Push it real good.
You're right. You got that one. You got that one.
I had to bop it.
Oh, you had to bop it?
I had to bop it.
I've seen people play with a bop it like over there. And I wasn't like a super fan of it. I was just like, I'd rather play just like regular Simon Says or something. You know what I mean? Like that was the only thing.
This was good because it got faster as you did it.
Yeah.
So twist it, pull it. And then
Well, it was kind of like, it was the equivalent of like Simon. Remember the?
Yes.
Yep.
I've had that too. Yep. I had the original one.
I used to friggin' destroy that thing, dude. I was
the original
really
one was
good
large, and then
it was like this big around.
Switch in the middle, the on-off switch, and
it had the 4 pads.
Right.
It was a green, red, blue, and yellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I loved those things.
Yeah,
those things were awesome. All right, last one. How much was the fine at Blockbuster Video if you were unkind and did not rewind? By the way, I just want to let you know.
There's no multiple choice for it.
There's no multiple choice, and I did not know the amount because I was never unkind.
$5.
No.
10?
No, it's lower than
it's
5.
Two.
And I'm going to give you another chance. You said 2?
Yeah.
No.
It's only 1?
50 cents.
What? No, but see, I don't believe this. It was raised over time.
After the 90s. Nut 90s trivia. We're thinking about when
But we weren't paying for it then. That's not fair.
Exactly. I know.
All right. I lose that.
But yeah, no.
50 cents.
50
What is it, the
cents,
library book?
dude.
I don't understand.
Oh, library books? You kidding me? Those were like a nickel. You don't remember that?
I know.
It was like a nickel a day.
I never took anything in the library. I just read there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was a more at-home looker. I didn't really read.
No.
I found
I
picture
think I still
books.
have a couple library books.
Do you remember how crazy like high school got with like library books?
Nah.
There's people that did not get a actual
Diploma.
thank you word. Wow. They got a certificate of completion because they owed like $5 for a library book.
Wow.
I mean, once
Isn't
they
a diploma
paid that, they did eventually get the diploma.
Isn't a
which
diploma a certificate of completion anyway? Like, isn't that what that is?
technically,
It's not rolled up though.
no. But in all fairness, doesn't really matter. Because unless you're going into the military directly out of high school, where you do actually have to give them your diploma,
Sure.
physically give it to them, nobody asks or cares.
Not anymore. There are no businesses that will want to see your high school diploma. You
Or
just say
your
yes or no on
college
the thing.
diploma.
Right.
The only time you're ever going to show a business your college degree is if you choose to frame it and hang
Put
it
it
up
on
in
your
your
wall
office.
when you get hired already.
And guess what? Photoshop exists. You want to be graduate from wherever, you just tell me and give me less than 30 minutes and I'll have it for you.
I know. I saw Catch Me If You Can. Abernathy, right?
Dude, he would have a field day in today's day and age.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Insane. Anyway, what do you got?
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is appropriate.
Now I got the hiccups. Jeez.
I can only have one for you because this other one's like a battle.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You still just do the same
All
thing.
right. This one's easy. Unfortunately. So
What do you got?
team up with another player and give clues.
Don't worry about that part.
Hold on. To get them to guess the following object.
Right.
Okay.
So all you have to do.
I have to not use. I understand what I have to do.
Okay.
Without using these words, though.
Correct.
These are all the words I would use. It's a person, a modern person
Okay.
that wears a certain attire that is different from the attire that you would think they would wear upon their birth gender.
A drag queen?
And yes, but it's a specific person.
RuPaul?
There you go. You're welcome.
Wow.
That was actually not a bad way to frame all that. Okay?
Hold on.
So I can't use
I would
dress
say this.
queen, man, drag race, or woman.
Okay. I would have said this is a very famous person that dresses up as the opposite gender and has a show that goes all about it and its culture on TLC.
I don't know any of those things about that person.
Oh, wow. I've never once seen any of the stuff, and yet I still know how, like, the world works.
Oh, okay. You need to know how the world works to know about RuPaul's drag queen shows.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of stuff about the politicians that we're, like, super obsessed with and stuff like that.
And I care.
Oh, sorry. Well, you don't care about politics, I guess.
No.
What's the next question?
No. All right. Pick a player, please. You have one guess.
Okay. One wish.
It's easy for two. I am a lifestyle expert with my own magazine and TV show. Some call me the domestic goddess of the 90s.
Okay.
I'm known for sharing recipes, craft ideas, household tips, and ideas for entertaining. Who am I? I'm
assuming it's Martha Stewart.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You got the easiest card
in the whole
entire world. I'm still beating your ass in all of this, by the way. But
that's because you refuse to give me any double or nothings.
Oh, not multiple choice, but what's the fee from 1 cent to 100?
Here's the thing. You act like I wrote the damn question.
No, you made it seem like it was something that I should know. Shouldn't know that.
Oh, I told you I didn't know that one either. I would have guessed $1.50, honestly. What my guess would have been, I would have been wrong. All right, so to answer the questions from last time, first one was the Y2K scare of 1999 was a fear of what? The question is, computer software was not able to adjust from 1999 to 2000, malware embedded in a Windows 98 update, the bursting of the .com bubble, invasive bugs migrating from Mexico. Those were the 4 options, right? And it was a computer software not able to adjust from 1999 to 2000. That's what the big.
It wasn't the bugs. The invasive.
So dumb.
The Mexican invasive bugs.
No, we didn't need a wall then. We don't need a wall now. It's okay.
Why I thought we needed the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, basically what it was is that there was a computing error that they had never thought about. Because it was going to go, because a lot of times the computers didn't have a 4-digit aspect. They just had a 2-digit aspect for the last 2 years.
Yep.
But when it goes from 99 to 00, it thinks it's year 1, not the next one.
Right. Reset the.
And so everybody thought the whole world was going to come down like the end of Fight Club, and nothing happened.
Nothing at all. That's because they fixed the bug before they.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely fixed it. But it was still funny because I remember sitting in the living room with my mom, waiting.
It's all going to happen. Lights are going to go down. Power company's not going to know
anything happened because everybody was saying conflicting things, and this is before like media was even as like I can't think of the word, but like had access to like people as easily. So there wasn't any experts who were coming out there really. The next one was to put these Julia Roberts movies in order they debuted, and it was The Pelican Brief, Pretty Woman, Notting Hill, My Best Friend's Wedding. And the order is Pretty Woman in 1990, The Pelican Brief in 93, My Best Friend's Wedding in 97, and then Notting Hill in 99.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
There we go.
And for this week...
Thanks, Julia, for those amazing movies.
Yes. All right, so... wow, I would not know this one. What links these 3 clues together? This is not for you.
Man.
Kristen Larson. Samantha Parkington. Molly McIntyre. McIntyre? I don't know. It's a weird name. So if you know what those three names have in common,
Drag queens.
I will give you a hint. It is not RuPaul's Drag Race.
That you're such a fan of, apparently.
Never seen it once.
Sure. It's on TLC, apparently.
It is on TLC. I'm aware. Or it might be Bravo. It's one of those stupid like channels. Anyway,
Okay.
the next one. Let's do the math, 90s style. Number of turntables plus number of microphones for singer Beck plus number of dollars shown on Nirvana's Nevermind album cover. So
What is wrong with people?
So basically, you understand what this is. This is a transitive property aspect, right? Yeah. So however many turntables there are, plus however many mics for the singer Beck, and then however many dollars shown on Nirvana's Nevermind album cover. What's the answer?
That would have been my question when I told you to kick rocks. Basically.
I would have read this and went, I'm not going to do this to you.
Right.
Because I get it.
And would you have gotten that?
No, because I don't know anything about Nirvana. The first two I got instantly. I knew those two.
Really?
Yes. Because, I mean, it's a turntable. You know how many things there are on a turntable.
Sure.
And Beck was featured in like a whole thing on...
I don't know the Beck one.
He was featured in a whole thing for Futurama. And then also there's a really cool anime called Beck Mongolian Chop Squad, which is a music one that has to do with it. And they actually had a whole issue with the translation from one country to another because of Beck being an actual band. Yeah, so whole thing.
Thanks for that story.
No problem.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Anywho, that's all she wrote, folks. We got anything extra?
We're done.
Cool.
I'm done with you. That question was...
Look, man,
I'm done with you.
I don't write the question.
I know.
I'm just gonna tell you that, bro.
I know.
I'm just here to interpret.
Okay.
So
Can't wait.
all right, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Let's wrap it up. Later.
Bye.